We don't have the separate PowerPoint for just exempt and our faculty because everything is so close. We just need to start from who is reporting what. And our classified hourly and student employees, they're reporting hours they work. Our faculty and exempt employees, they're only reporting the absence time. But you go the same ways and the same deadlines. If you need to report your time, please do it as soon as you can and send it to your supervisor. You don't need to wait until the end of the pay period. And you just need to submit it by the 15th or by the last day of the month on the pay period when you are taking leave. And you will be not able to submit the leave request for the past pay periods. It will be more challenging. You have to contact your supervisor, you have to contact payroll and let us know that you need to submit the absence request. You just log into our new lovely system and enter your password and go to the self-service, and you will be able to see the employee self-service tiles to report your time and to report the absence. You go to the time tile. And when you're on the time tile, for you, for exempt and faculty, you need to go to the request center to submit the request. Do I see the request? Let me just do this. Let me show my own screen, and I think it will be more sense to do it. Let me close this presentation, and I will just share with you my own screen because I am exempt, and we will just follow my screen.
Olga, could you make can you make it bigger?
Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The only I don't see now the top of this where I am. Sorry for this because of these titles. Is it small again?
It's not too bad.
Yeah, okay. You already probably try every tile here, and right now we will concentrate on time. We will go on the time tile, and on the time tile you will see this enter time and report time. As an exempt and faculty, you don't need to worry about it. This is the bottom of the screen. It will be that what you need. You would need to go to request absence and submit the absence request. Okay, to submit the absence request, you have to, if you have more than one job, you probably need to choose which job you would like to submit the request for. And after you choose the job, you have to select the what kind of leave. For exempt, the list is bigger than for faculty. But for example, I would like to submit my sick leave, and I have to put what reason. You can do the just compensable sick leave, or if I know it's very personal, right? And if you are on the approved paid family medical leave, I would use this one. If you are on approved family medical leave, it's also options to put the reason. It's very important to put the correct reason because this is how the benefits will track your timesheet. This is how the payroll will track by the reason, because for example, for family paid family leave, we have to choose the different earn type. We have to apply on your timesheet when you request these hours, okay? We will just choose the compensable sick leave. And for example, I will do 11th because, oh no, 11th is a holiday, sorry. I will do 9th as the request, and I will put the yes, I want just 9th. And if I need a leave for the whole day, I will just submit it after I enter it. But if I want only a couple hours to report, and it's here on this line, it says partial day, and it's none. I will click on this line and it will give me the options to enter just few hours. I will go, no, the all days will be not the half day. I want just 1 hour on my timesheet, report it as a sick leave. And you can put the comments here. And after you do it, you can go and I don't know if you see, but on the right side here, there is a submit button. You just go click submit and it will go to your supervisor. Your supervisor will approve and it will go to the payroll and the leave will be processed, okay? This is very easy for exempt and faculty. We don't need to do anything else. Let me do this. Let me go back and
Olga, before you do that, could you submit it and show them how you change it?
I will do it on the cancel one. It's so many requests from me.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
There's a couple of questions that have come in. If you leave the reason blank, will the timesheet be rejected?
Let's look at the, I've already submitted the one request, and okay, probably we will do it. Let's go do this one. I already submitted one request and cancel it, but let's go look at what we can do. I believe you cannot leave it blank. You need to put the reason. There is no options for blank. It should be reason selected.
Okay, great. So we do have to select the reason. We do have to select the reason. There was a question that came in about, do we submit this in advance or is this to report after the fact as well? And that's
no,
correct.
You cannot report after the fact. You have to submit, not that you cannot report it, but you can submit it in advance. And for example, I wanted to the August. I know that I have a schedule up, not August, December, for example. I know that I have the appointment.
So you can report, or sorry, you can request leave, whether it's sick or vacation or whatever. You can do that in advance. But if you're reporting for this period, for example, let's say I was sick yesterday, I can go in and I can retroactively request my absence. Yes,
you can do it for the current pay period. You can go and do it. Yes, you can go and do the November 1st. It will let you do it.
Right.
Unfortunately, we cannot do it for October because we're in the new system. This is everything what should be submitted before November. It should be sent to us because we have to manually enter. We are just from November 1st, we're in the new system.
Right. So if there's any edits that need to happen to your record prior to November 1st, you can submit that to payroll@bellevuecollege.edu. And what do they do about holidays, Olga?
Nothing, because they don't need to report anything for the holidays. It's only on time reporting, Maria.
Great. So we don't have to, as an exempt, we don't have to report any holidays. The system accounts for those holidays for us.
But on the same request, if you have a leave without pay, this is what you have to do. You have to report leave without pay on this timesheet, or on this absence report, I'm sorry. You report it here and you send the request to your supervisor for the leave without pay, for example. And here, when you report the leave without pay, it's very important to have the correct calendar in the system. Everyone is assigned to the calendar, even the, or we can call it work schedule. And and this is very important, because if your work schedule is not correct, maybe it will be not processed correctly, because the system would know how many hours it should be processed based on your calendar. Your supervisor, let me go out from here. And let me go as a supervisor. Sorry, I have to move it again because I have to see the top of this page. And as a supervisor, you can go and actually you can go and assign the work schedule. And for example, I have your supervisor will be able to change your work schedule. For example, one of my employees has the work schedule Monday through Friday, 8 hours. And as a supervisor, I can go and change her schedule to whatever schedule she has right now. And it's right now in the new system, it's important for all type of employees. We have a schedule for faculty, we have a schedule for exempt, for classified. And please let us know. Our faculty, it's fine because they're on the default schedule, but our other types of employees, we need to know the schedule if it's not Monday through Friday.
So
and
Olga,
let your supervisor know that.
Yeah, so we're at 2 o'clock, we're going to be talking about manager self-service, and we'll go through this a little bit more in depth.
Yes.
But if you work odd hours, meaning not your standard 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, 8-hour day, the system might show that you just have an 8-hour day. That's where your manager will want to put in your alternate schedule so that the system recognizes what a full day means to you. Maybe it's a 4-hour day. Then the system will be able to account for those hours for, when a holiday comes, or if you have to report time, that kind of thing. It's a little bit complicated, but once your schedule is in there, it should be good. And so if it is incorrect, work with your manager and they will be able to adjust it. Olga, we have a couple of questions that have come in. Can you show the accrued vacation and sick leave page?
Self-service time, and you go to review, no, absence balances. If you click on this tile, it will show your leave.
Absence balances is where you would see that. Okay. And it looks like, and this might be something that I need to get on with the state board about. I see Alicia's comment in here that her request is undeliverable because the approver's name is at seattlecolleges.edu, not bellevuecollege.edu.
I think this is not the payroll or CTC link problem. I think this is the employee need to, in Chrome, when you log in Chrome, I think there is when you do it for the first time and do the CTC link first time, it will catch your email on the beginning. For example, I worked for Edmunds when they were in conversion, and my Edmunds email was tied to my Chrome page, and they need to actually change it from Edmunds. I was changing from Edmunds to Bellevue, and I think they're all these people who cannot actually approve the time because their email, they need to do, but it's my guess only.
Wait, so Olga, are you saying that
it's not the system, it's Chrome page?
It's the browser.
It's a browser.
Change your browser and try again. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's a good suggestion. I'll ask about that one.
This is Alicia. Can I just jump in there?
Yes.
So it's not It's actually my approver. So Kristen Jones is my approver. Hey, Kristen. And it's coming up that it's not being deliverable to Kristen Jones at seattlecolleges.edu.
Because she needs to change her Seattle setup to Bellevue setup. And,
Okay,
yeah.
which would make sense because she originally had one of those emails, I think, from working there. Okay, Kristen, so make sure you change that up. Thanks.
Yeah, I already got an email from Gretchen about that. I'm
Perfect.
working on it.
Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so
If I
a
can
couple
jump
of-
in there, I was gonna say, I had the same problem with Jim yesterday. He's going to Edmonds, but he was still able to approve it. He just didn't get the notification. So then, so as long as the supervisors, if for some reason that doesn't happen, as long as they check for approvals, they should be able to catch everybody.
Great, thanks, Sharon. So Olga, there was a question about what the CTC time tile is for. And there's also another question about how to submit your time at the end of a pay period. And just wanted to clarify, so this we're only looking at exempt, for exempt to submit time, and all exempt employees need to do is request absences.
And
using-
faculty.
and faculty, excuse me, yes, this is exempt and faculty. All they need to do is request absence. So you don't need to use the time tile. You don't need to use the enter time or report time. I don't know why those show up for exempt and faculty. It's just the beauty of the system. But
I believe it's just because it's just default.
right. And so when you, so to answer the question of how do you submit your time, when you report that absence, that's the submission. There's no save button. It's just you click OK, you click submit, and then it goes, off it goes.
For our part-time faculty who has the hourly job, they have to submit the hourly job through the time. They can go to enter time, or they can go, the better way will be go to CTC time and choose the correct job and then create the timesheet. But I will not stop on it because right now we kind of concentrate on exempt and faculty leave submission instead of the time submission.
All right, so there's a question in the chat. Is the employee and earnings leave log still going to be in use? Where can we see our timesheet history, earnings and deductions, or does CTC Link replace that? And so I'm going to put in the chat here a link to where past pay stubs can be viewed. And oh boy, past pay stubs can be viewed. And then
Maria, I did that already. It's in there. So I think the question was going forward.
Going forward, it will be in CTC Link, correct, Olga?
You will be able to see a lot of information when you go to the review your paycheck, but your paycheck, the first paycheck, you will be able to see it after we close the first payroll. And it is, it will be after the November 18th. Probably a couple days after, because we are confirming payroll on 18th, and then it will take a couple days for state board to process.
So Elaine's recapping, we just put our absence at any particular date. We put it as soon as we know. That's
This
correct.
is the ideal, yeah.
And
situation.
then another question, how do you add personal holiday and vacation time on the same request?
You cannot do it on the same request, you do it separate request. And you can do only the same, absence type, and you can do the range. But if it's a absence time is different, you submit the request for every different absence time.
Olga, could you show us how to change a request? So if somebody originally put in 4 sick hours, but ended up using 8, can you show how to change that?
And you just go to, if the first when you submitted the request, you can go and cancel this request, okay? And you can go cancel, and then you do not create the new request. You go and modify your cancel request. You go to here, view request, and see my request was canceled already. And I will just go open this request and I'm on the same page again. And what I can do, I can change from 8 hours to 2 hours, and I can change the date. It was not 10th, it was 9th. And I will go do the, yes, I want just only half day, and it's half day, yes, and it's done, and it will show 4 hours. And here is also where is the schedule play a role. If you work 10 days, 10 hours per day, and you want a half day, it will be 5 hours for you, right? But this is the also how it works. You can go change to whatever, yeah. I can go change my absence name to vacation or keep it as a sick. Okay. And then every time when you do the corrections, you go and submit you go and click submit button. There is no save button anymore, only submit. You submit it, but you can go and make the changes until the payroll log the timesheets. We usually do it after in the end of the business day for the last day of the pay period. It's like on the 15th this time we will log timesheets, and you will be not able to do the corrections anymore. And if your timesheet is approved, it will be processed. But if it's not approved by the end of the day on 15th, it will be not processed for this pay period. But we are working very hard to make sure that the whole timesheets process.
So Olga, there's a sounds like there's still a little bit of confusion about the partial days. So if the leave is not a half day, if it's only 3 hours,
Okay.
you can click the partial day right
Correct.
there.
You click the partial day and you click, it's a partial day, you should answer. Yes, it's a partial day. Do you want the, it's asking all days because it's maybe more than one day. And I would do the all days, for example, right now. And if it's not the half day, I just click the button. It's not the half day. And you can put the whatever duration you want, 2 hours, done. And it will show on my timesheet here of absence request. Sorry, I still use the old language. And it's only one day, but I can also do like 2 days and it will be 4 hours total. But if we go here, it will be all days. And no, I want only 2 hours for all days, and it's done, but it's total 4 hours for 2 days, 2 hours and 2 hours. It will be total 4 hours leave. Okay, but it will be now for the range.
So
not
Olga,
just for one day.
in the 4 minutes that we have left, there's a question: can you cancel or change an absence if the supervisor has approved it?
Yes, you can. You
Okay.
can cancel. You just go back to the tile, and this is the cancel absence, and you just click here and cancel, and it will show your request, and you just cancel. But again, it should happen before your timesheet is locked. If it's happened after, you have to notify payroll and let us know that the timesheet was not correct, and we will manually revise your balance.
So Olga, is it correct that if you don't have leave, you don't have to do anything, and really there's no due date, essentially, there's no 15th and 30th anymore for requesting leave?
No, the timesheet should be submitted on the correct pay period, because other way it should be processed manually.
But I guess, so for example, if you're sick during this pay period, it should be reflected in this pay period. But if you're
Yes.
reporting a vacation in the future, let's say in December, that can be reported and it can just happen and you don't have to do anything about it?
I would say that I don't have an answer on 100%, but definitely it will be processed for this current pay period, what is on the request you have.
Okay.
But this
There's
is
a
good
lot of
question.
questions and good questions, and I'm sorry that we won't be able to get to all of them today.
Let's concentrate on the current payroll. Let's go through the current payroll, and then we will be able to answer on all future questions probably later, because we are very short in time.
So I see Itzel's question. Itzel, you'll want to send an email to payroll today to have them get that fixed. So it looks like that needs to be adjusted on the HR side. So either submit a ticket to HR or open or email. I would email payroll and they can help you figure out what do you need to do.
Okay, we'll do that right now.
Okay. Well, and on that note, I just lost access to my chat, so I can't answer any more questions, unfortunately. So if any other questions come up, you guys are welcome to go to talk to our employee specialists, support specialists. They're on until 5 o'clock today, and then they'll be back on Friday to help out. So thank you everybody for being here. And I'm sorry again that we weren't able to get to everybody's questions, but hopefully this is helpful for you to get your time reported for the first time in CTC Link.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon, everyone.